This is Malachi chapter 1, verse 1. The burden of the word of Yahweh to Israel by Malachi. I have loved you, saith Yahweh. Yet ye say, wherein hast thou loved us? Was not Esau Jacob's brother? Saith Yahweh. Yet I loved Jacob, and I hated Esau, and laid his mountains and his heritage waste for the dragons of the wilderness. Whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Thus saith Yahweh of hosts. They shall build, but I will throw down, and they shall call them the border of wickedness, and the people against whom Yahweh hath indignation forever. Shalom. I want to begin the lesson off by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Ha Rakah Kodash. Double blessings and honors to the apostle and elders of Great Millstone who taught me this truth through the spirit of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. And in today's lesson, I'm not talking about a news article or nothing like that. Just something that I came across at work. I was reading through some documents or whatnot, and then I seen this thing in the documents, a contract I was looking at, and it said discrimination against, let me see, the word right there on the screen. You see it in the first line to start with an I. Is right. Yeah, it said discrimination against them, right? But it wasn't talking about us, clearly. Of course it wasn't talking about us. It was talking about those people, those foreigners in our land. And I just seen it and I laughed because, man, they're just so sensitive for no reason. Remember, Apostle Tahar said that if they come across any of the brothers or any of us at camp, just to ignore them or just answer their questions with scriptures, right? And the spirit was put on me to make a lesson about the what's gonna happen to these Edomites, man, especially the Amalekites, but more so Edom altogether. Like, even look, man, it's just gonna be ultimate destruction, and I can't wait. So that's the reason why I read this opening scripture right here. The Lord does not love everyone. Clearly, we just read that he hates a whole nation of people, and we're gonna keep on bringing it out. What's gonna happen to these people for what they've done to us? Because in no right mind could you think that a group of people could go around and slaughter a whole country of people with no consequences, and they just get away with it. That's not how it works. That's not how it works. So we're gonna go ahead. Let's get to it. This is Revelation chapter 13, verse 10. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints. So these people have been over here and just torturing them people over there, man. They've been torturing them people since October. They've been torturing them. But more so, they've been torturing us because we're still in captivity. Yet we're looked at as threats, but they're not. Make that make sense. I'm going to go ahead and go into this one. Deuteronomy chapter 25, verse 17. We're going to start at verse 17. Deuteronomy chapter 25 and verse 17. Remember what Amalek did unto thee by the way, when ye were come forth out of Egypt. It's talking about the Israelites. How he met thee by the way and smote the hindmost of thee, even all that were feeble behind thee, when thou wast faint and weary, and he feared not the Most High power. So they attacked us when we was weak and exhausted, coming out of captivity. Therefore, it shall be when Yahweh, the Most High power, hath given thee rest from all thine enemies round about in the land which Yahweh, the Most High power, giveth thee for an inheritance to possess it, that thou shalt blot out the remembrance of Amalek from under heaven, thou shalt not forget it. And I like the NLT version of this last part, so I'm gonna read it. Therefore, when the Lord Yahweh, your God, the Most High power, has given you rest from all your enemies in the land he is giving you as a special possession, which is our land. You must destroy the Amalekites and erase their memory from under heaven. Never forget this. We're not going to forget. We're not going to forget. Is this? Yes, this is what I want to bring up next. Numbers. Numbers chapter 24 and verse 18. And Edom shall be a possession. Sire also shall be a possession for his enemies, and Israel shall do valiantly. Out of Jacob shall come he that shall have dominion, and shall destroy him that remaineth of the city. And when he looked on Amalek, he took up his parable, and said, Amalek was the first of the nations, but his latter end shall be that he perish forever. And we know who Amalek is, man. We know who Amalek is. It's the upper echelon of the Edomites, the ones who rule the world today, the ones, which is why it's written, the world is given it to the hand of the wicked. They're the wicked. They are the wicked. They're the reason they control all of this stuff. They're the reason why all these things are happening. Well, I ain't gonna say they're the reason why. They're the puppet why all these things are happening on the earth. These things are happening on the earth because Yahweh is allowing them to happen, but he's using them as a puppet. So Psalm 49 and 11. Their inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever, and their dwelling places to all generations. They call their lands after their own names. Nevertheless, man being in honor abideth not. He is like the beasts that perish. This their way is their folly, yet their posterity approve their sayings. Salah. This is the fate of fools, though they are remembered as being wise. See, they always look up to these people, man. He's so smart. So look at this. He invented this. He created this. Meanwhile, as it's written, nothing new is under the sun. And on top of that, a lot of that shit we created. They just got the credit for it. Proverbs 30, verse 20. Such is the way of an adulterous woman. She eateth and wipeth her mouth, and saith, I have done no wickedness. So, it's just the same. Both wicked, but put on this false narrative that they just so nice, so clean, like they ain't never did nothing. Wicked. We know. I'm just rolling with the scriptures, man. Shit shouldn't be too much longer. Just gotta bring out the facts. Zechariah chapter 12, verse 9. And it shall come to pass in that day that I will seek to destroy all the nations that come against Jerusalem. And Jerusalem, we know, was a people before it was a place. So, in this regard, it is talking about the children of Israel. Let me see. I think I hit everything. Yep, that's all I've got. There was a few more scriptures that I want to bring out, but I couldn't find them for today's video, this video's sake. But I'm gonna close the lesson off there. Call halal Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai Bahashem Akakwadash. Until next time, I say shalom. Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. Shalom.